Imagine this. You are standing on a crowded street in a small town. A man in saffron clothes claims he can cure any illness with a touch. People line up. Some bring children. Some bring old parents. They have sold jewelry to pay for this one chance. Then another man arrives. He is simple. No special robe. No holy mark. He carries a small bag with papers and a notebook. He watches the so-called miracle. And then he asks the crowd, has anyone seen this work in a hospital? Has any doctor confirmed it? Would you trust this man with your life if there were no drums and no incense? That second man is Narendra Dabholkar. For him, atheism is not only a belief about God. It is a duty to protect people from those who use God as a weapon. Early life and turn toward rationalism. Narendra Dabholkar was born in 1945 in Satara in Maharashtra. He studied medicine and became a doctor. He saw illness, poverty, and the daily struggles of ordinary people. He also saw how often they turned to faith healers, astrologers, and miracle workers instead of proper treatment. He noticed a pattern. When people were desperate, someone always appeared with a holy solution, a ritual, a charm, a special blessing. Money changed hands, but the real problems remained. Slowly he moved from treating bodies to treating beliefs. He began to speak and write about superstition. He joined social movements. He worked with reformers. And he started to see atheism and rationalism as tools for social change. Founding the Committee Against Blind Faith. In 1989 Dabholkar founded the Andhashraddha Nirmoolan Samitithe, the Committee for the Eradication of Blind Faith. The name itself is clear. He was attacking blind faith. Belief without question. Belief that harms. The group organized public demonstrations. They exposed tricks used by godmen. They showed how fire eating, piercing the skin, or producing objects from thin air could be done by simple methods, not by divine power. They visited villages where people believed in black magic. They explained how illness can have natural causes, how mental distress can look like possession, and how fear can be used to control entire communities. For Dabholkar, atheism was not a private pride. It was a public responsibility. What he meant by superstition. Dabholkar made a careful distinction. He did not call every religious practice superstition. He focused on beliefs and actions that caused harm, or blocked progress. For example, belief that a certain caste is impure. Belief that a widow brings bad luck. Belief that a child is possessed and must be beaten. Belief that a girl must be married to a tree before she can marry a man. Belief that a sick person must go to a Baba instead of a doctor. These were not harmless customs. They produced real suffering. They kept people ignorant. They wasted money. And they gave power to those who claimed special access to the divine. He argued that a modern society must protect its citizens from such exploitation, just as it protects them from fake medicines or poisonous food. Atheism and human dignity. Dabholkar did not spend much time on abstract arguments about the existence of God. For him, the key question was, what happens to human dignity when people believe that everything is controlled by invisible forces? If you think your poverty is the result of past life sins, you may not fight injustice. If you think your illness is a test from God, you may not demand better hospitals. If you think your daughter's fate is written in the stars, you may not educate her. He wanted people to see themselves as agents, not as victims of fate. He believed that once you remove the idea of divine reward and punishment, you can build morality on empathy, justice, and shared human experience. He often said that scientific temper is not only for laboratories. It is for daily life. It means asking, is this claim supported by evidence? Who benefits from this belief? Who suffers because of it? The fight for anti-superstition law. One of Dabholkar's major campaigns was for a law against exploitative superstitious practices in Maharashtra. He and his group documented cases where people were cheated, tortured, or even killed in the name of rituals and magic. He faced strong opposition. Some religious and political groups accused him of attacking faith itself. They called him anti-Hindu, anti-culture, anti-tradition. He received threats. He was insulted in public. But he continued. He argued that the law was not against religion. It was against fraud and cruelty. It targeted practices like human sacrifice, black magic, fake healing, and rituals that involved physical harm. For years the bill was delayed, debated, and blocked, but Dabholkar did not stop. He traveled, gave talks, wrote articles, and kept the issue alive. Assassination and aftermath. On the morning of 20 August 2013, Dabholkar went for his usual walk in Pune. On a bridge over the river, two men on a motorcycle approached. They shot him at close range and fled. He died on the spot. The news shocked many. For some, he was a troublemaker who had gone too far. For others, he became a martyr for rationalism and free thought. Ironically, his death pushed the government to finally pass the anti-superstition law he had fought for. Within days, an ordinance was issued, and later it became a full law. His life work, built over decades of patient effort, was sealed with his blood. Imagine Dabholkar in your world. Imagine Dabholkar alive today. Scrolling through social media, he would see new kinds of godmen, online astrologers, energy healers, crypto gurus, manifestation coaches, all promising instant success, health, and happiness. He would not be impressed by their graphics or their followers. He would ask the same questions. Can this be tested? Where is the evidence? Who is making money? Who is being harmed? He would remind you that superstition is not only in remote villages. It is in cities, in universities, in offices. Whenever people stop thinking and start surrendering to authority without question. Now bring the camera back to yourself. Think of the small superstitions around you. The chain messages that say, forward this or something bad will happen. The advice that says, do not start work on this day. The fear that says, if you question this guru, you will be cursed. Ask yourself, what would Narendra Dabholkar do with these beliefs? He would not insult people. He would sit with them, ask for reasons, show alternatives, and invite them to trust their own minds. The real tribute to an atheist like Dabholkar is not to repeat his name. It is to continue his method. The next time someone offers you a miracle, pause. The next time fear tells you to obey without thinking, pause. In that pause, you have a choice. You can step back into blind faith, or you can step forward into clear awareness. If you choose awareness, if you choose to ask, how do you know? Can this be tested? Then in a quiet way, you are walking on the same bridge where Dabholkar fell. Only this time, you are not alone. You carry his question in your own voice. And that, more than any ritual, is how an atheist lives on.